Hi guys, welcome back to the Nerd Corner. It's the end of the year, and today we're going to be reviewing our favorite things from 2014. Now, a little bit of information, it's not just from 2014, it's things that we found and first enjoyed in 2014, so you guys have been warned.
Alright, Austin, why don't you start us
first?
off?
Okay. So last month I purchased a Nintendo DS.
The 3DS.
And, yeah, 3DS, because it has the 3D feature.
Is that an XL?
Yes, it is. It's bigger screen. I haven't been into Nintendo before this, and ever since I got into it, I can't stop. And I think Nintendo has a great video game slate coming out. And they just released Smash Bros. On the DS. They just released it for the Wii U. I played the shit out of Mario Kart on this thing.
7 or 8?
7.
Alright. So, my first thing, let's see, pull out the goodie bag, is Thor, God of Thunder, probably one of my favorite comic books of the year. Either this or Uncanny Avengers, I'd have to give it to him. Jason Aaron did a fantastic job writing this series, and one of the greatest things about Thor, God of Thunder is the 3-part storyline between young axe-wielding Thor, Avenger Thor, and then Emperor King Thor, King Thor, and just the dynamic between the three being the same person but yet on different generations really makes it a unique comic. And also Gore is probably one of the most evil villains we've ever encountered in comic books. So that is the reason it's on my top things of 2014.
Alright, I'll be right back. I got a movie, my favorite comic book film of the year, Captain America the Winter Soldier. Captain America the Winter Soldier was a much darker in tone movie than the rest of the Marvel movies. It dealt with politics in a way that we haven't really dealt with in superhero movies before. It was kind of the more mature tale of the entirety of the movie going. It was dealt with the NSA security, and we talked about this before, you know, and the epic fights, and Captain America's my favorite superhero, so there you go.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that the last movie of Phase 2? Like, as far as Avengers go and stuff like that? Possibly.
Okay. No, Ant-Man is the last Phase 2.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
And we're all looking forward to that in 2015.
All right, let's go. I love the new Flash series. You guys watched it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, so from what we've seen so far, spoiler alert, I think they're following the Flashpoint paradox.
That'd be awesome.
I hope so, because you know we've seen Barry's mother killed. We don't know why who killed her, but now in the recent episode, the mid-season finale, we've discovered that the Reverse Flash is Dr. Wells. And in the Flashpoint Paradox comic event, Barry Allen battles the Reverse Flash in the crime-solving mystery of his mother's murder. And I've loved the series so far. Probably one of my favorites of 2014.
Now, you read that as well, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a fantastic comic. Alright, number 2, let's go ahead and go with this one. Scar Tissue. I don't know when this came out. I think it came out last year, but I just now picked it up from Barnes & Noble, and it was in like the music section. And Anthony Kiedis is one of my favorite vocalists. He's just very interesting. For those of you who don't know, he's the lead singer of Chili Peppers, and appropriately titled, his book is called Scar Tissue. It's basically his autobiography. And now, think about a guy who grew up with a drug lord as a dad, a mom who couldn't keep a steady home life, and a very confused, very talented boy and his dealings. And basically it delves really deep into the roots of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and being a fan of the band makes me love them even more, knowing some of the stuff they've gone through. So that's why it's on one of my favorite books of 2014.
You know, I'm a sucker for a good success story like that, coming from something so bad and becoming so big.
Let's see here. Grab bag of fun. Alright. I'm actually going to go with this one. I'm going to go with Saga. Now, I know that this particular volume didn't come out in 2014. I just picked it up. I love this. It is one of my favorite comics around. Image is killing it with all their comics, but to me, Saga is the space opera that we've been waiting for. It's a little bit Star Wars, a little bit Star Trek, a little bit Lord of the Rings-esque in feel. It's a very mature comic. I mean, there are robots having sex in this. It's pretty awesome.
Did I see that?
No, you can't. Brian K. Vaughan, just an amazing writer. He did Runaways, and the entire series, I just picked up volume 4, the entire series is fantastic. If you guys haven't heard of Saga, go check it out. If you love comics, if you love books, definitely one of my favorite series.
Cool. Alright, what do you got for us, Austin?
All right, this is very historic. And I cannot be more happier with my purchase of Thor issue 1. And this isn't no ordinary Thor, this is female Thor. Now, when Marvel first announced this back in the mid-summer, June and July, I think people had their different opinions about it, but I think this is one of the best comic series I've started. It's only 3 issues in. I'm not going to spoil anything because I want you to go read it. But yeah, I think female Thor kicks a lot of ass. I fell in love with her on the first issue.
Let's be completely honest. The difference in opinions where she's got a vagina instead of a penis. She can't be a main character.
Well, my response to those is to read this. I think everyone should. But yeah, definitely one of my new favorite series released in 2014.
Awesome, dude. Alright, let's see. Pull out. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. I know not a lot of people have seen this movie. It's Locke, starring Tom Hardy. I don't know really much about the director, but I know a lot about Tom Hardy, and I know he's fantastic in this movie. Let me give you a quick synopsis. Tom Hardy, a successful businessman, is in the car. He's driving. You don't know where at first. You don't know where. You don't know why he's driving. You just know he's basically ditching work for something very important. It's late at night. He's driving on through the night. And the entire movie takes place in the car with Tom Hardy. He's the only person on camera the entire movie, and all the dialogue happens between him and the people he's talking to through his phone, like on a hands-free device. And now it's very a daring plot. Like, you know, not a lot of actors could pull this movie off, but Tom Hardy plays such a convincing character. And the camera work is very creative on keeping the images interesting, even though we're still in one location through the whole movie. I suggest you guys check this out. It came out early in the year, and I don't think it's going to get a lot of Oscar buzz because a lot of movies that come out at the beginning of the year don't necessarily end up being where they deserve to be. But give Locke a chance, and yeah, it's one of my favorite movies of 2014.
Sweet. So I'm going to segue into that and actually pick out my favorite movie of 2014, which is a bold statement. It is Live, Die, Repeat, or Edge of Tomorrow. Great movie. Great action movie. It's not super generic like most action movies. It's Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt. It takes the source code like plot line. It's based on a light novel from Japan. And basically aliens are invading Earth. We don't know why, we don't know how, but we're trying to fight them and we're losing. And basically Tom Cruise hijacks the power to, whenever he dies, he basically repeats the previous day. And so he gets infinite amount of times to not basically be a fuck up like he is in the beginning of the movie. So it's a great film. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I don't know why they rebranded it, for marketing's sake, but check out Live, Die, Repeat and or Edge of Tomorrow. Just check out Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt just being sexy as hell and awesome.
Alrighty.
Alright, my last and favorite moment of 2014 just happened this month. And
the lightsaber you bought 3 years ago.
Wait, where's the side blades?
I don't know. I have to install them. No, but yeah, just this month, the new Star Wars Episode 7 trailer released, and I, along with millions of other people, watched it about 30 times in one day. And I cannot explain or express how I feel. I am so ready for this movie. I've loved what J.J. Abrams has done with his films. And now that he's taken the reins of Episode 7, I couldn't be any more excited. But yeah, that's definitely my favorite 2014 moment.
That's fantastic. I think it's a lot of people's favorite 2014 moment.
So ready.
Why can't it just be 2015?
Yeah.
Alright, my last thing. Now, this doesn't really fall in line with the whole nerd corner thing, but it's something very close to my heart, is the Word Alive guitar tab book they released. For those of you who don't know the Word Alive, they're a heavy metal band, and I've seen them about four times live, and the last time I saw them about a month ago, and I was completely blown away. I had to buy their tab book and learn all their songs, but let me tell you, I'm only on the second one because they're very difficult, very intricate to learn. So if you're a guitar player and you like learning new stuff and intricate, fast stuff, check out this book because it's very helpful. And you know you're not getting the ultimate guitar tabs where people may or may not have, you know, written them correctly or the correct notes, because these are actually written by the guitarists themselves and the entire band. And there's also really cool photos for every song. Check this out, class. Just like in kindergarten. All right, and that's my last thing, 2014.
All right, so my last thing is kind of a two-parter. I have two last things, I guess. I know, right? Stealing the camera. All right, so I have a CD. I don't buy a lot of CDs. This is the first one I bought in years. It's Echo Smith. I really like this band. I saw them live at Jingle Jam. It was pretty awesome, even though the crowd didn't think so. Great band, great young band. See their beautiful little faces on there. Look at them. They're just little sexy beasts, yeah. And just great
They're all
music.
brothers and sisters too, which is even hotter.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. I mean, I'm just saying. But yeah,
we were going into the Game of Thrones.
great. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just a great band. Check them out if you haven't already. This is the first album, the only album, but I'm definitely going to buy the second one. And the second part is just all the comic book stuff. Wow, check this out. Oh, and I have this. All the comic book stuff. Arrow TV series, gotta love it. I mean, it's just fantastic, just amazingly awesome, best comic book TV
Flash
series
Arrow crossover.
It has a
ever.
ridiculously high IMDb rating.
Yes,
Ridiculous, yeah.
best comic book TV show ever. That's a fact. If you disagree with me, you're wrong. Batman. New Batman series. Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo. This one I picked out particular because it's Volume 5 of Zero Year, second part of Zero Year. Riddler's actually a threat. It's pretty awesome. Alrighty, we have Uncanny Avengers, my favorite Marvel Now series. Picked this up this year. This one's Volume 4, Avenge the Earth. Fantastic series. My best Marvel Now. If you guys see the top 5 Marvel Now, it's my top one. And then Forever Evil, best comic event in recent memory.
10 times better than Avengers.
Yes, me and Austin reviewed this one.
So good.
And so good, brings the Earth 3 characters into light, Ultraman and Johnny
Crime
Quick.
Syndicate.
Yeah, the Crime Syndicate. And it's basically just an amazing event. Jeff Johns is an amazing writer, and I just loved all the comic book news, the reviews, the movies, everything that's come out so far. But out of all of them, I probably had to say Forever Evil is probably my favorite comic event that has happened in recently. So,
And it's very fitting that we ended on a comic book, because this year has been a real good year for comics.
It has.
In the cinema universe,
It's getting bigger too.
DC's been killing it in the comics,
Mhm.
and I mean the TV shows. We can forget about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but Arrow and Flash have been
Just a couple of months
fantastic.
ago, Marvel announced their entire slate for the next 10
Yeah.
years, and DC announced their slate for the next 2 years.
We know what's coming up.
We're
We
ready.
know who's playing Doctor Strange. Every nerd should be excited.
I am death.
But thank you guys for checking out our video, and check out our other videos. Click that like button and subscribe.
And don't forget, what's your favorite thing of 2014? Comment below. What do you want for Christmas? All that jazz. So, bye-bye.
Did we find those nudes?